I had just flown back from Australia, landed in London with my savings from working on a farm in Queensland, and I had one goal in mind: learn how to code and become a software engineer. I had 12 months to make this work, and after that, the money would run out. The pressure was on. I moved to the cheapest room I could find in London. It was an illegal room in Holloway Road in a share house with 7 other people. My room was up in the attic. It was like the size of a shoebox. I started learning to code by myself. I was sat at a desk in the living room for 14 hours learning online. And furthermore, because I'd moved to London by myself, I had no gym partner, I had no running partner. Basically everything I was doing was by myself. Studying, training, totally solo. Yeah, I had housemates, but they had completely different priorities. I had nobody to study software with, nobody to discuss business with. It was a very lonely time, and for the first time in my life, I started experiencing anxiety as I watched my bank balance slowly drain down to zero as I desperately studied to try and get my first coding job. And any software engineer knows that the first coding job is the hardest. This is the plague of the lone wolf. You have nobody to turn to, your progress is slow, and above all, it is extremely lonely. Here is what the opposite looks like. Let's fast forward 3 years. I'm seated in a rooftop bar in Portugal overlooking the ocean. I'm on holiday with 3 good friends and we're discussing business, traveling, and sharing tips on everything in between. One of the guys has just hit earnings of $20,000 per month running an online business, and he's explaining to me exactly how he did it and how I can achieve it myself. Now, scenario A and scenario B are 2 worlds apart. The first scenario is lonely, progress is slow, and it is riddled with mistakes. You're gonna make mistakes if you are a lone wolf. That's a fact. And in the second scenario, a mutual friend on holiday that I met through my network is teaching me his personal secrets to wealth on a platter. Now, are you starting to understand why the way of the lone wolf hinders your success? Are there benefits to being a lone wolf? Sure, there are 1 or 2. You can take all the credit when you achieve something because you did it by yourself. Maybe you have been doing the grind by yourself so far, and maybe you are seeing some results. But wouldn't you like to multiply those results? And at the end of it, celebrate your success with a business partner or a training partner or whoever else it is that you recruit to go on the grind with you. And wouldn't you rather be surrounded by a tribe of brothers who push you to be the best version of yourself every single day? I think the answer is obvious. We're going to talk about the important points why you should not be a lone wolf and what you can do about it. The first reason why you shouldn't be a lone wolf is loneliness. It is a lonely path. And I don't want to hear people say,
"But Adam, people say I should focus on myself and do monk mode."
Focus on yourself does not mean focus by yourself. You should absolutely be focused on yourself, putting your finances and your fitness first as part of a team. And the real problem with loneliness is you start losing social skills. Social skills are like a muscle. Use it or lose it. The second reason why you shouldn't be a lone wolf is you're going to see far limited success compared to working in a group. Friends and business partners, they provide a second perspective. They provide a second pair of eyes, preventing you from making mistakes. And thirdly, you have nobody to share the burden of work or the successes. When you're doing all the hustle by yourself, you will carry the world on your shoulders. That's what it's going to feel like. Your mental health will take a toll because as soon as you stop working, as soon as you don't feel like it, the work stops, the product stops. Whatever you're working on stops the second you stop. That is a very demotivating place to be in. And here's the worst part of it. When you make it as a lone wolf, nobody else really cares. People are focused on their own goals and focused on their own dreams. Yeah, your friends will say, "Well done, good job, mate," but that's about it. Whereas, let's say you have a business partner and you grind together for 2 years, build a business, you go and pitch it to investors and you sell it for $5 million. That's a huge team win. You guys go out and celebrate together, you have a great night at the club, you're both riding on a high for days, and the best thing is, in 10 years time, you can look back on that story and think, yeah, we made it, me and you, bro. That's a bloody good feeling. What's crazy is, schools never taught us the importance of networking and finding like-minded individuals. This is such a crucial skill to have, but so many young men lack it. I've been through the grind as a lone wolf, and I've been through the grind with brothers around me. And I can tell you with 100% certainty that you will achieve your goals sooner, faster, and happier by surrounding yourself with like-minded driven individuals. If you want to know the best way to meet those individuals, then I just released a video on how you can level up your inner circle, and I'll put the link for that down in the description. I'm doing a whole series of videos on how you can level up in all areas of life. So why delay your own success? Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the next one.